Again, I am really struggling to find somewhere with semi-decent lighting. So this is location number 2. Hopefully this lighting might be better than the video that went up yesterday, but I still doubt that very much. And again, I'm wearing ears, and you can probably tell by the title, this is another Disney video. I think this one will probably be my last one in Vidige. If you have any ideas or suggestions for like any Disneyland based videos, let me know down below, but yeah, this will probably be my last one. And for this one, I'm going to be so original and do the Disneyland Paris tag. So number 1 is, when was your first trip and how many times have you been? So my first trip was back in January 2015, and I've now been twice because I've obviously just recently come back from a trip. And number 2 is, what Disney hotels have you stayed in? One you haven't stayed in that you'd like to. So the first time we went, we actually stayed in Paris, and we then just went to Disneyland for the day. And this time we stayed in Sequoia Lodge, which was so nice. One that I haven't stayed in that I'd like to, I suppose, would be, the obvious answer would probably be the Disneyland Hotel, because you know, you're basically on the park. And to have one, if I was rich enough to have one that had a castle view, that would be amazing, but I don't think I'll be staying there anytime soon. Number 3 is, what is your favourite restaurant? I've been a bit of a failure when it comes to going to restaurants when we went to Disneyland. So the first time we went, obviously we were there for the day, and we went to Planet Hollywood. And then this time, there was a few that I really wanted to go to, but we just never did because I wasn't feeling too great, and it was like quite hot weather. I just really wasn't feeling a sit-down meal. So we ended up in Earl of Sandwich twice, and we also ended up back in Planet Hollywood. So I guess I'd have to say my favourite restaurant is Planet Hollywood, because it's the only one that I've actually been in, which is quite bad. And number 4 is, a restaurant you'd like to eat in that you haven't yet. Again, as I said, there's a lot of restaurants that I haven't ate in. One that we were actually planning to go in on this trip and then we just never got round to was Cafe Mickey, so I definitely want to go there. The food looks really good there. It's Italian, so that is definitely up my street. Number 5 is your favourite quick service / fast food. Obviously we did a few fast foods on this trip. And we went to Earl of Sandwich twice, and the sandwiches are so nice in Earl of Sandwich, so that would definitely be my favourite fast food place. Number 6 is, what is your favourite shop? Pretty sure I've been in probably like every shop now in Disneyland, even though they pretty much all sell the same thing. But I definitely say my favourite shop is probably World of Disney. It's absolutely massive. It has pretty much everything in it, and I think most of the stuff I bought in Disneyland I actually bought in World of Disney. Number 7 is your favourite season or event. Now, obviously, this time we went, it was in the summer, so there wasn't really like an event as such or anything. It was just summer. And last time we went was in January, which was still, because it was at the beginning of January, it was still Christmas New Year themed. I definitely loved going in the Christmas New Year time. Made me feel so Christmassy, even though it was now January. But like, yeah, I loved the parades, the big Christmas tree and the fireworks show and everything. But I definitely liked going in like a normal season, if that makes sense. There wasn't any actual theming when we went, it was just the summer. So I don't know, I kind of like both really, I suppose. Number 8 is Disneyland Paris or Walt Disney Studios. I actually think, this is probably controversial, probably not what a lot of people would say, but I actually would probably say Walt Disney Studios. I just really loved the feel of Walt Disney Studios and the layout and everything. Obviously, Disneyland has the castle though, so it's kind of, it is very difficult to choose. And number 9 is your favourite ride in each park. So my favourite ride in the Disneyland Park would have to be the Buzz Lightyear ride, and my favourite ride in Walt Disney Studios would probably be Ratatouille, because that is such a good ride as well. And number 10 is your favourite land in the Disneyland Park. I would probably just say Fantasyland, partly because obviously it's got the castle there. And number 11 is your favourite character meet. I suppose my favourite was probably Chip and Dale, but that kind of links into the next question, which is your best character meet and greet experience, which would definitely be Chip and Dale. They were absolutely hilarious, and they were also very lovely. The last question is your happiest or best Disneyland Paris memory. How the hell am I meant to pick like one memory? Like, it's physically not possible. Like, I have a few highlights. Probably say from the first trip we went on, just like walking into Disneyland for the first time and actually being there, like I couldn't cope. It was just too many emotions. And also the fireworks show last time was probably a highlight for me. Basically bawled like a baby at that. I just couldn't, I was still having that I can't believe I'm in Disneyland moments. That was probably my favourite 2 moments from that trip. From this trip, just spending my birthday in Disneyland was absolutely incredible. I begin to explain. Like, I never imagined I would spend a birthday in Disneyland, and now I have, and it was just an absolutely amazing experience. And yeah, that's all the questions. Again, if you have any other Disneyland videos you'd like to see, let me know down below. And yeah, I shall see you tomorrow.